The Crash for Cash Demolition Derby is coming up in Slave Lake in July. One of the few female drivers competing had a mishap recently, but says she will not let a broken leg stop her from missing the event. Stacey Comer has more.
There is a big event coming up in Slave Lake. It is the Crash for Cash Derby happening in July. I've got a couple of competitors joining me and one with a very interesting story, unfortunate story. Kathy Johnston and Steve Nystrom are here. First of all, Kathy, let's chat with you. You are one of the female drivers in this derby, but unfortunately you had a recent incident that took you off your feet, literally. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened?
I had to fall down some stairs at my mother's place and broke 3 bones in my leg.
And you had to get surgery, is that correct?
I had to get surgery, yes. I've had my surgery now, and I'm 3 weeks just about on the road to recovery. So,
and you are one of the drivers in the Slave Lake event. You've driven before. Tell me what it's like to drive in this event for you, Kathy.
it's exciting. It is. Demolition Derby is something that just gets in your blood and you can't get it out. Once you get in that ring and you start competing, there's no other thing like it out there. To me, anyways, it's exciting.
Tell me a little bit about the car you drive too, Kathy. Is there a specific thing that you look for in a vehicle?
We tend to lean to the GMC brands. We like our Chev and GM products. I'm driving a 76 Buick LeSabre this time. Wagons are always nice. And the cream of the crop are the Imperials. They're always the best car.
Well, Steve Nystrom is also joining us. Steve, you have competed against Kathy before, so tell me what it's like to be in this event against her.
Well, going against Kathy is just like any other derby for me. She's a fierce competitor. She's always standing her ground. And if people think that just because she had a broken leg and some surgery is going to slow her down, it's really not. I mean, you can think that if you want, but sucks to be you if you do, because she'll take you out.
Thanks, Steve.
Now, Steve, what about your preference for driving in the Derby? Tell me about the vehicle that you are, or do you know yet what vehicle you're going to be driving?
I'm not quite sure what I'm leaning towards this year. Last year, I ran a Chrysler New Yorker. I might do the same thing this year, but I got a couple other lined up. So once I haul some in, we'll pick a good quality car with little as rust as possible, and then we'll put her together. So no, I haven't started anything yet.
Well, I know most people know what a demolition derby is, and this is a crash for cash. So obviously there's a lot of money at stake. There's people coming from around the world for this event. Steve, tell me, if people haven't experienced this, what is it like? Tell me about the ambience at the event.
Well, it's really adrenaline for the fans itself, because I mean, in any motorsports, they're always looking, they won't tell you, but they're looking for the crash. We're the crash. So the crowd gets right into it. I mean, the harder the hits, the more action, the crowd really gets into it. And yeah, there's competitors coming from England, New Zealand, Australia already. So, I mean, there's lots of interest. So it's going to be a good time.
Well, Steve, what is it for you that attracts you to this type of event? And how long have you been doing it?
Oh, shoot. Well, I started when I was a kid. This is my 32nd year. And it's like Kathy said, it's an addiction. It truly is. So.
And Kathy, I'm going to go back to you with that same question. How long have you been doing this now? And what's the main attraction for you?
I've been doing it for 40 years now. And the main attraction is just the adrenaline rush you get going out there and competing with all the other drivers. And of course, if you win, it's even better. I mean, it's just a huge adrenaline rush. It's a lot of, I don't know what you want to say. It's a lot of companionship between the drivers and everything. Everybody helps each other out, even though you're competing in the ring. You get there and everybody's ready to help each other out all the time. It's just a good, overall good time, good weekends of a lot of crashing fun.
Well, I appreciate both of you taking the time to speak with me today. So once again, it's the Crash for Cash Derby, Slave Lake, July 11th through the 13th. Looking forward to seeing both of you there. And Kathy, wish you the best of luck in healing. Hopefully, we got all our fingers crossed. Everything's all good. And Steve, I'm sure it's Kathy is obviously going to be providing to be another formidable opponent again this year. So thank you guys for chatting with me today.